Let me tell you something. I think it's very, very important to understand that if you take the active time frame of the children, the more time the children spend in the institution than house. The only day they spend more time at house is on Sunday or during the school holidays. The rest of the academic year, if you calculate, your children spend more time in the institution than the house. That means institutions play the major role in developing your children, not only in terms of providing them an education, but also building the values. And most of the time what we do, let me be very practical here. Most of the time what we do is that when our children become so successful and they try to earn a respect and name, we'll say, mashallah, the parents are so good. I think because of the parents, the children is become like that. And if the children is going on the wrong path and if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, the blame goes to the parents. I think parents are responsible, not solely responsible. There is a responsibility of also from the institute where we need to understand. And that's why the choice of school is very, very important. And I want to give you a couple of examples that why we need to choose the better school. You know, the current educational system, the campuses provide, various kind of an education, but at the same time, we get to see that our children are going to the wrong path, whether, going behind the drugs or you name it, many bad things which we are not supposed to do it. But one of my friend in Bangalore, he went to get an admission for his child in one of the school in Bangalore. And he's a very famous, I don't want to name the institution, that is not my intention to name the institution, but it's very important to highlight the case study for that why the institution, very important that we make a choice. So he went to the Bangalore Institute to get an admission for his son, and he was very happy that he got the form because it's a very prominent institute. But guess what happened? He didn't return back to the institute because when he was inside the campus, what he realized that there is a bunch of girls and boys together. There is another side, there are few students where the age of between 13 to 16 or 18, and they were talking to each other. And you will be very shocked because I can't even say what they have been addressing to each other in a very filthy manner. Addressing their own mates within the campus in a very bad manner or very filthy manner. Why they were doing it? Because for them it's a cool, right? Because that's the influence of the institute. I think that's why we need to be very careful. We cannot make the parents so responsible for the upbringing of our children. Perhaps they have the major role to play, but the institution play a vital role in building through values. So success, every time we want our children to be successful, right? That's why we choose the best school. We want them to achieve a better place, corporate sector, become a businessman, successful. But what is the purpose of an education without the core values? What is the purpose of an education without the values? Do you want your children to be successful and then doesn't follow the values? I wanted to tell you, I wanted to highlight about the sacrifice that the parents does. And I'm sure, the parents, the children will take this along with them. That they really sacrifice a lot. They work so hard. They face all the challenges. They sleep less so that their children get better life. So worrying for the children, even the parents also sleep less. In spite of all these things, in spite of all those sacrifices, if your children become so successful and leaving the parents behind, what is the purpose of those kind of an education? It beats the purpose of the education. And you get to see many cases where they become so successful, leaving their loved ones behind, leaving their parents behind. And I can give you n number of examples where their parents are in an orphanage or in the old home age. Why we need those kind of an education, ladies and gentlemen? It completely beats the purpose of providing the education. The reason why? They get the education, but there is no values. Why I am highlighting all these things? There is a reason why Shepherd International Academies exist. There is an intention behind Shepherd International Academy. And I want every parent to be so proud that there is a vision behind Shepherd International Academy. And I wanted to touch base with those vision and then conclude my saying. Education is very, very important. It's play a significant role in our life. But the current education provide education but no values. So that's why the vision behind Shepherd International Academy is to provide education, and that a global standard of education with the core values likes of tawakkul, taqwa, ihsan, haya and sabr. If you have those values, there is no one can stop your children becoming the best human being. And I want to highlight the fact that maybe you may have any questions. Why Shepherd International? Why Shepherd? It's very important all the parents to know, because your children are studying in Shepherd International Academy. One of the definitions last time during a stone laying time, Dr. Habib has elaborated beautifully the meaning of Shepherd International Academy, the meaning of shepherd. I want to give you further the definition of another definition of a shepherd, and makes a lot of sense for the vision. The another definition of shepherd is guiding for a specific direction. Guiding for a specific direction. And what are those directions? Everyone has a direction. You too had a direction this morning. You left this morning home thinking that you want to come to the town hall to attend the annual day of Shepherd. You had a direction. Town hall was the destination. Shepherd International Academy has a direction, and there is a destination. The destination is to provide a global standard of education with the core values of tawakkul, taqwa, sabr, ihsan and haya. Those are the destination, and Shepherd would like to guide for a specific direction towards those destinations. I think today is very important. I thought of highlight you the true definition, also another definition of the Shepherd International Academy. And with this, all I want to tell you, the vision behind Shepherd is to every student of yours is getting an education in the Shepherd International Academy. We want them to become not only successful, but a better human being. The next generation leaders where the community and society can look up to. May Allah accept it. And we all are so proud to be a part of this. And with this, I would like to conclude by saying thank you and Jazakumullah khair. May Allah bless all of you. May Allah bless Shepherd International Academy.